it is the off season on the tournaments, and a topic that's going to come up in 2019 and that I've been seeing is, when is it time to get out of the back of the boat and move to the front? And is a co-angler that, you know, spends his whole career in the back really just somebody that mooches off other people, that fishes for their fish, uses their boat? I don't know. Write a comment, let me know what you think, but stick around for the rest of the video and I'll tell you what I think. So what is a co-angler? A co-angler is someone that pretty much brings the equipment that they're going to use for that day, typically randomly drawn. They hop in that boat, they fish for the day. They're not on the same team usually, and that's it. That's a co-angler. So you're right. I mean, co-anglers do fish for their fish most of the time. Sometimes they practice also. They know where fish are, but sometimes boaters don't want to take their advice. I understand all that. Sometimes co-anglers know the lake better and the boaters will listen to them and go wherever. But we're talking about, when is it time to move to the boater side? Or do you stay there for your whole career? And why? What we do know is the pro circuits are going away from the co-anglers. BASS, FLW took the co-angler out of the pro circuits, and I completely agree with them. In my opinion, co-anglers have to have some place that is a stepping stone. For some people, it is the only stone that they stand on. So at least there is the minor leagues for the co-anglers. You ain't going pro no more, but you can play in the minor leagues. And is that good enough for you? How long you stay there? I guess it depends on different factors for different people. I mean, if you really think you're not that good in the front of the boat, or if you can't find fish, or if you can't operate a boat maybe, or if you are bad at positioning boats, I mean, I guess that could be one reason you don't want to move to the boater side. One big one for me and for a lot of people is lack of time, but not only time, it's the time you're taking away from your family, the time you're taking away from other things, and it's hard for me to dedicate practice time and tournament time multiple times throughout the year when, you know, I think it's kind of selfish to the other people in my family that I'm going to do what I want for as many times as I want, and to commit the money and time into that, and it's just for what? For catching fish, for yourself. I mean, if you're not a professional, it's not, to me, it's not worth it. But if you are a professional or you're an aspiring professional, go for it. You got to follow your dreams. But for me at this point, I fit into that category where family time is pretty important. Another group of people may really love to be co-anglers. They really love to sit in the back of the boat and have no control over their destiny, and then complain about it later maybe, or get bad draws and not go to where you want, and your boater didn't listen to you, or you do really well and spank your boater and teach him a lesson on how to fish a shaky head or a Carolina rig or whatever. And that's fine too. I mean, maybe you really do like being a co-angler. Or another one is money. Maybe you don't have the money to put out for a boat. Listen guys, you don't need a fancy boat. You don't need any of that. As long as you know the lakes, you're gonna be safe. You're not gonna, you know, your boat is going to not kill fish, and you're gonna be able to navigate those waters without killing your co-angler or yourself or damaging your boat or someone else. Then who cares what your boat is? Get out there. If you're wanting to be a boater, don't use that as an excuse, okay? It's time to move to the boater side if you have the ability to do it. It's time to go. So for me at this point, I fit into a few of those factors. Like I said, the time away from family, all that. The upgrade of the boat, I do need to do a few things to my boat before I feel safe enough to navigate some of the shallow, muddy water we fish in. You know, we don't catch fish in our lakes anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I could just stay at the ramp all day. But also, I am not going to judge anyone for being a co-angler forever or being a co-angler for one season or never. But don't think just because you weren't a co-angler or you decided to move up to the boater, you're any better than some of them guys, because some of them guys will whip you. You are not that good. I fished with a lot of boaters that are junk, and I fished with a lot of boaters that are just phenomenal fishermen, and it doesn't matter. Co-angler, there are some co-anglers that are the same. There are some junk co-anglers that get lucky, and there are some stellar co-anglers that catch a lot of fish and win a lot of money, and that may be another reason why they stick around as a co-angler. But for me, I'm wanting to go to the boater side. I'm gonna move whenever I feel comfortable. I did set a goal. I have won Co-Angler of the Year. That was one of my goals. Another goal is I have been so close to winning a tournament in the BFL, and I haven't, and I set that goal as I'm not moving to the boater side until I win. I don't know if that's going to happen. But don't let that deter you, because you may be a better boater than a co-angler. You just, whatever choice you make, just stick with it, feel comfortable with it. You as a boater, take care of your co's. Don't treat them like shit. You as a co-angler, same thing, but make sure you understand that if you are a co-angler, you decided to take the risk of getting a crappy boater, fishing in bad areas, not having control, not having the first shot at places, and you're just gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna have to understand it and start respecting these people. But as far as I'm concerned, everybody's decision is different because everybody's situation is different. So tell me what you think, and we'll see you out there.